That probably isn't going to make the cut.
No, it's definitely not going to make the cut.
says the guy who's cutting it.
It's not making the cut.
Surprise! I edited this one, so it is in the cut.
What are we talking about? What just happened?
That's so much. So much just happened. This was the biggest CanJam that we've ever seen. Again. We got in a few days ago, exhausted. Had to set up crazy late at night.
Because everybody's flight was delayed, or in your case canceled, you had to drive.
We stopped to charge, and of course, the one open charger is out of commission.
So we all slept like 4 hours, and then we started CanJam New York City. Day 1, 2023.
Headphones.com? Is that what you are here?
I think so.
What happened in day 1? That was, I mean, it's hard to remember, but
It's a blur. I
Yeah.
just remember feeling like I was on the brink of death.
you were on the brink of death. Met up with Critical. Are you Steve Guttenberg?
Yep.
So we got to hang.
That
We
we
get to
did.
chat with him.
Yep.
And like get deep into the weeds.
A lot of clapping.
Joshua Valor.
Joshua Valor.
Joshua Valor.
Yeah, I tried his latest prototype of his project.
Both latest.
Yeah.
Well, no, the latest one and
He
the
was
previous
comparing
one.
and contrasting, yeah. Zeos was here.
Oh.
He's
A lot
super
of
into
people.
measurements, by the way.
Yeah.
People don't know this, but Zeos loves measurements.
Most of day 1 was really talking to people.
Yeah, you kind of like as soon as stuff gets going, it's like so many people, so many vendors to talk to, so many brands. Here with the tallest man in the world. This is Mr. Max settings. Dopest thing.
Dopest thing. So over in the Bloom audio room, there's this IEM. It's called the Yucotech RE2.
Yucotech.
Yeah, it's a new brand apparently.
Okay.
It's like $110, but it's like shockingly good for the buddy. I'm telling you, you really need to try it. It's crazy.
I've never taken so many pictures and shaken so many hands,
Yeah, exactly.
which was great.
right.
Almost everyone I spoke to at the show was like, yeah, this is my first CanJam. And I was like, well, you're coming back next year, right?
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
all of them were like, oh, are you kidding me? Absolutely.
So this is your first CanJam? What's it been like, just in general, taking it all in?
I would say overwhelming, exciting, and really fun.
We got to see a lot of the folks from this side of the continent who, they
Right.
might not have gone to the one in SoCal.
Yeah, it was nice seeing like the DenFi.
Yeah, the
group.
DenFi contingent.
Shout out to DenFi.
Shout out to DenFi.
Yeah.
Hello, Denfire.
We tried the new Audio Technica.
This is our 60th anniversary Audio Technica Woody. It's called the ATH-W 2022. I think it's the best sounding headphone that they've made so far. Massive bass.
A bit of extra bass, really dynamic, really punchy. I'd say a little bit V-shaped.
Bombastic and just a musical masterpiece in my opinion.
It sounded all right to me.
It did sound good.
I was doing it.
Price tag.
Yeah. For me, the big thing is the stuff that I don't get the chance to listen to, which is often like the really high-end E-stats, like the Shangri-La Senior. That was probably one of the best of show
That
things.
was in the room with Headamp and DCA.
That's right.
Yeah.
Truly nuts. One of my favorite things was taking Chrono to try out the Stax E-stats because he hadn't had a chance to hear them. He'd never heard them before.
Yeah.
Because this was his first CanJam as
It
well.
was, yeah.
And watching his brain melt when he heard the L700.
This has been a whole experience for him.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Something else actually day 1 I remembered. Modhouse Audio's Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear it?
Shout out to Ryan.
Yeah.
His new planar prototype, he was showing that to a couple people, and that
I don't know
was
if people know about that.
Yeah.
Ryan's building something to replace the Argon, like a flagship high-end planar.
This is Ryan, the creator of the legendary Mod House Argon.
This is wild. This looks crazy.
So when it comes out, put that on your radar.
Yeah.
Because that was dope.
It was he had 2 different versions. We did a YouTube
The gold
short about it. Yeah.
The gold was really good, I thought.
So the gold one was, I think he said 3 times as hard to drive as Sphora.
Going with the name Tungsten, I think, but there's several different versions. I brought 2 different versions, a silver driver and a gold driver. The silver driver is drivable. The gold driver is not. The gold driver is about twice as hard to drive as Sphora, so that's problematic. We're going to come out with another version that's easier to drive, and we want to perfect that before releasing it. I wanted to make something higher end and better. I tried a bunch of drivers from China, wasn't happy with them, wasn't satisfied with them. Decided that I wanted to make my own. I became friends with someone who had already started doing that, and now we worked together for the last almost 3 years now to make these.
Yeah, it was good. I remember thinking like, this sounds expensive.
Yeah, it does.
Anybody else would make it more expensive.
Anybody else, yeah, if he prices it at like 1,500 or 1,600 or whatever, anybody else would make it like $4,000. So that was really cool. That was day one. Day two is where things got interesting for me. I definitely did a lot more listening. ZMF stuff, of course. They had
The
a
room was really large this time. I remember it's bigger than SoCal.
Yeah.
More space there, and they had so many different custom woods. I remember seeing.
Day two was insane. I arrested Zach. I punched you in the face. Zeos gave me a wad of money. You got anything to say about that?
No, I've dropped all this
You know what?
money.
Oh yeah.
It was wild. I had a fake mustache on. No context for any of that. Anyway, day two. I really enjoyed Closed Atrium, of course. I liked it with the Suede Caldera pads, but I really liked the Otora Classic the most.
Yeah, you liked it so much you bought one.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
Otora Classic.
Orator 1990 was there.
Hey, dude.
Mr. 1990.
Yeah, you know what a 1990 is?
DT 1990.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's because I'm born in 1990.
I figured it was.
He was.
And
Dr. Olive.
And Dr. Olive, yeah. So this was
Yeah.
a big show for like major industry people. Dr. Olive of
Everybody but Joshua Valor.
Joshua Valor.
Didn't show up.
Shame.
Break into his house in the middle of the night and drag him out and put a bag over his head. And
This is getting violent.
he's just like next to us, just he's like, "Here's Joshua Valor."
Cameron was there.
Cameron, yeah, Golden Sound.
Golden Sound, yeah.
You know, I seeing him like twice a year
Yeah.
is not enough.
There's a lot that's really magic about good
I
Eastats.
thought you were gonna say that's enough. That's my
No,
limit.
it's the opposite. I love spending time with him. We had dinner with him and the guys from Deconi Audio. That was great. They're launching a new headphone.
Oh yeah, it's a collab with Hi-Fi Man, right?
Yeah.
It's called the Cobalt.
The Deconi Cobalt. Here's the thing. It looks like the not R70X, R7DX.
It looks like that one, but it's not that one. He
Different
assured
driver.
me, and he assured me that the tuning is not the same as that one.
Different driver, different pad mount.
Yeah.
It controls the venting differently, different pads,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
But Dylan specifically, one of the guys from Deconi, said that he made that because he wants people to take it apart and mod it. You gave a presentation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, with Zeos.
Zeos and Critical and
Yeah.
Jude as well.
Now, him and Zeos on stage together, could you ever imagine that? Zeos genuinely loves headphones.
Yeah.
You put a headphone in front of him, he'll be like, wow, I love this because blank. He'll find a reason to love it.
He is an
he loves
enthusiast.
it so much.
He's super into this.
He truly is.
Yeah.
And he shows up to like every show as much as he possibly
Now,
can.
with that said, I still, I think his opinions are cursed, but at the same time, I respect that he has them.
Yes, we love Zeos.
Yes.
And I think he loves us.
No, he's a good time, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I'd say the highlight was getting to talk to Dr. Olive.
That was so cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys did an interview together.
Yeah.
That'll probably be out after this video.
Yeah. And I mean, he gave his presentation, and that was, that was awesome to see.
You need to catch
be
me up
part
on that because I missed it.
I mean, he gave us. I won't say he gave us a shout out on the in the.
I did hear about that.
I'd say he called us out a little bit for a pretty catchy title that we went for, which is fair enough. But
Yeah.
you gotta please the YouTube algorithm gods.
I've been getting all these emails and texts saying, what's happening to the Harman target curve? So, and it says here, say goodbye to the Harman target. So as soon as I saw this, I had to watch it. I realized. Got you. Yeah. I'm a sucker.
But no, we had a good chat afterwards, and we did an interview. So look forward to that on the channel in a little bit.
What else?
What else? Yeah.
I don't know. It just, for me, most of it was just being there with the community, talking to people.
So we're gonna give away a bunch of stuff. It's a pretty crazy giveaway. My brother has given me a really hard to pronounce name, but I hope he's here. This is Dimitro Vishivani. Dimitro? Congrats. Philip Myers. Hey!
Each year, it's just more and more and more of you guys show up. And I hope that more of you guys show up to the next one and the next one and the next one. Because, I mean, we're going to be in Munich, SoCal, definitely New York again. And I hope that we see as many of you as possible. I love talking to you guys, hearing what it is that you're using, and you guys getting to interact with the guys at the booth. Like Alan was busy nonstop.
Actually, yeah, those guys, the folks behind the booth were just like,
yeah.
When the folks they come up to us and talk to us, it's always, or I guess what you guys do, it's always great to hear what you guys are listening to and the way that you guys listen, because we have a certain perspective on things and we review things, but I'm only ever listening out my own 2 ears.
Right.
So it's great to hear what everybody else, what your experiences are with things.
Kind of get a proxy experience of everyone else.
Yeah.
I think that helps us as reviewers, knowing what you guys are liking and hearing what you guys are liking. Overall, as a show, I feel like that was a just crazy success.
Yeah, except I'm also dead tired now, as I imagine you are too.
Yeah, no, I'm
overwhelmed,
obliterated.
Overwhelmed.
We talked about this morning. This was my birthday today.
Happy birthday.
At CanJam. And it was like the best birthday ever because I got to spend the whole day interacting with you guys. And I know talking to people who are, oh, tell me about headphones. Okay, I can't wait to do that.
Yeah.
Unironically, like this was actually like the best ever. And I've said it a million times, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world. And I just can't wait to do a million more of these. Anyway, CanJam 2023, New York City.
I think that's a wrap.
I think it's a success.
Yeah.
Cool, my dude.
All right.
To the next one.